What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I go by the name of Pretty Boy Rob, even though I peaked back in 2016, but that's a whole nother story. For today's episode of Shoe Care Academy, we have these Seafoam 4s that have definitely seen better days. Does look like they make some extended sizes because these are a 12 women's, which is like a size 10.5. So for all you men out there, you can definitely rock these. Personally, I think they're pretty dope. It's giving me a very luxurious and elegant vibe, especially with all those chrome hits, just not in this state. So the goal for today's video is to bring them back to life using our essential shoe cleaning kit and make them luxurious once again. With all that being said, there's not much left to it but to do it. So let's get straight into this episode of Shoe Care Academy. If you guys like today's video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know the vibe, especially if you're new here. We post content on a weekly basis every Monday and Thursdays. For this specific shoe, we actually had our lead editor rocking for 30 days straight, and this is how they turned out. Obviously, I'm pretty sure they weren't this dirty, because if so, I don't know what the heck he's doing in his life. I'm pretty sure in good old Rejuvenator fashion, we had to just get them extremely dirty, just so we can really showcase how well our essential shoe cleaning kit works. With that being said, let me go ahead and set up our cleaning station. We already have our mat laying down. Let me grab this shoe, set that aside, and let me pull out the rest of the products. Now that we have our cleaning station all set up, like I said, we are showcasing our essential shoe cleaning kit, but we are using a couple other Rejuvenator products, such as our mat, as well as our dry rack bowl combo, and also our adjustable shoe tree. Our adjustable shoe tree is crucial to allowing you to apply as much pressure as you need to on that toe box so it doesn't cave in, and it's really gonna help with that. Since I got that inserted, let me get these laces out of here. Now that we got our shoelaces removed, we're gonna set those aside. I will hit you with different tips and tricks on how to clean those, but right now we can start with our dry brush method. I always like to start doing that first. To do so, just grab your soft brush, really just brush the shoe all around in multiple directions to kick off any loose dirt, dust, or debris that may be settled on the material. Speaking of the material, this sneaker does consist of a premium nubuck upper that has that seafoam, a minty green tone, and that classic Jordan 4 painted midsole. To get this cleaning party popping off, we do have to grab our 4-ounce bottle of solution and squirt some squirts inside our bowl of water. With that out the way, I'm gonna proceed with our soft bristle brush and just hammer these uppers to help break down all this dirt and grime. So let's get it, let's go. Our soft bristle brush is the perfect brush to really start the cleaning process, just because it's the most gentle, least abrasive, and it's not gonna fray or snag any of this premium nubuck. Also, it really just generates the most bubbles, as you can see what's happening right now. Yeah! All right, this soft bristle brush is doing a great job at breaking all this dirt and grime on the uppers. Right now, what I like to do is just stop, get a quick pass over with our microfiber towel to see what deeper stains we're still working with. All right, that soft bristle brush did a good job, as it normally does, to break down all that dirt and grime. However, we still got some deeper stains, so I'm just gonna go ahead and rack that brush so it could dry properly and proceed with our medium bristle brush. Since our medium bristle brush does have more denser bristles than the soft, I'm using this to work on those deeper stains that are still on the shoe with the attempt to really kick those off. This brush is great as an all-purpose brush. However, just when using it on a more premium material like a nubuck, mesh, or suede, just make sure you brush in one direction to prevent any type of damage. Overall, I do like this shoe. I really like the chrome accents. It gives it that pop, plus just that all-white painted midsole. Something about that just really elevates the shoe. If it was all green and had a green midsole, I don't think I would like it that much. That soft brush did a great job breaking down most of that dirt and grime. However, with the medium bristle brush, I'm just paying more attention to detail and making sure I get every nooks, crevice, and cranny just with that deeper, effective clean. Especially behind the gap. All right, overall, it is looking pretty good. I do see some stains just in the back section, but what I'm gonna do is just proceed with the rest of the cleaning. We're gonna let that dry. Then I'm gonna come back with our dry suede eraser to see if we can get that gone. With that said, let's proceed using our stiff bristle brush on this outsole. All right, guys, one thing I want to mention when using your stiff bristle brush, it's going to work great on your outsoles and a midsole. However, if it's a painted midsole like most Jordan 4s, you're not going to want to use it on those painted section. However, the rubber, it's perfectly fine, and I highly advise you guys to use a stiff bristle brush on those sections as well. And since we're not using a stiff bristle brush on the painted midsoles, I'm just using our microfiber towel just to get just a better buff on it. All right guys, I'm pretty much wrapped up with this cleaning right now, just using that towel again, just to pay closer attention to detail on some of these areas. With that being said, I did miss an area, which is actually this sock liner. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the shoe tree and the insole if they are removable. Luckily for us, they are removable. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab our medium bristle brush, tackle this dirty midsole, as well as the sock liner. When your sneakers aren't going in the washing machine, this step is super crucial to help break down any dirt, grime, odors, or stains that may be on your insole. Bro, someone get that sample to Metro.
Metro booming, make it boom. Yeah. Yeah, Metro booming, make it boom. Make it boom.
If you guys haven't had a chance, we have been going around our local malls and buying sneakers directly off people's feet. The goal is to use Reshoeminator products, clean them up, and give them back to the homeless. We are gonna set these shoes aside just so they can dry, and right now I'm gonna focus on our laces. The good thing about this shoe, it's nubuck, so nubuck dries a lot quicker than suede, and it's also easier to clean. All right, right now we're just gonna go ahead and step outside so we can get these to dry properly. As you guys can see, it's 111 degrees here in the bright, sunny Phoenix, Arizona. So these things will dry before we know it. All right, guys, we are back. We got our shoe. It's fully dry. Right now, I'm gonna tap into our dry suede kit. In most cases, I don't really recommend using it on nubuck. I like to use it more for that long-haired suede. Off camera, I did test it on this back area where I did highlight that stain. We were able to remove that. So on camera, I wanted to go ahead and tackle some similar stains. They're mostly on the top of the tongue and some on the side. So let's get to that right now. When using the suede eraser on nubuck, you don't want to apply too much pressure because that could potentially scratch or damage the material. You just want to lightly go back and forth and let the eraser just do its job. All right, our dry suede kit was able to tackle some of those small stubborn stains and they're looking nice. Right now, it's time to lace them up. All right, now that these sneakers are all laced up, since we didn't put them in the washer, it's only right I grab some Reshoeminator sneaker deodorizer and deodorize these insides as well. So let's get it. There it is, that's gonna do it. That's gonna wrap things up for today's episode of Shoe Care Academy on these Air Jordan 4 Seafoam sales. Let me go ahead and bring that dirty pair so you can see these results speak for themselves. You can get results just like this by shopping Reshoeminator.com. If you're like me and you like to save some dollar bills, you could use the promo code Seafoam20 to save 20% off, but it's only gonna be good for the first 20 orders, so make sure you act fast. Before I dip, let me go ahead and just recap how we got these results. Started with our essential shoe cleaning kit, broke down all that dirt and grime, uppers, midsoles, and outsoles. We cleaned all that. After they dried, we went back with our dry suede kit to tackle some of those small stubborn stains. Last but not least, we used our Reshoeminator deodorizer to deodorize the inside of these shoes and make them smell nice again. Remember guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know the vibe. And make sure you guys stay tuned for Monday's video because we have a major announcement we drop in there. With that being said, Pretty Boy Rob signing out. I'll catch y'all in another one. Adios.